Alright, let's play another game. Ankika 12 from, I think, Croatia. Yeah, it is. Nice. Let's play e4. And he plays a French, or she, I don't know. Probably she. Let's play knight f3. And we play the two knights against the French. Is that two knights? And he plays a seemingly weird move, a6, but it looks a bit funny, but it stops a lot of threats actually. So it's actually not that bad at all. Um, yeah. And it gets me out of theory. So I think our opponent has done a great job. The only downside here is that I have developed two knights and our opponent has one pawn in the center, which he will support with c5, which is obviously the idea in French. Also, we opened up his bishop. Yeah, we made a mistake already. We made a mistake already. That's funny. That's very funny. So let's play d4. Also challenge squares on the center and have some sort of idea like this. Um, all right, bishop here, pinning this knight, losing control over the key squares. So what I'm gonna do is play bishop d3 and plan to castle, so I regain those squares, so to say. I'm expecting knight f6, castles, castles, knight g5. It's actually a very bland looking position. I'm not gonna lie, there's a lot of symmetry. So I'm just gonna um, blitz out these moves. Okay, now there's an imbalance. We have the bishop pair. He has a better pawn structure. That's just a very interesting battle. So let's play h3. Challenging this bishop. He goes back. And my idea here is to play bishop a3, stopping him from ever castling kingside. Never mind. Never mind. Okay, actually, I have a plan. Let's go rook here. And if he castles, I have bishop takes here. And after king takes, I have check. And after he goes here, I don't know. Then I don't know. Yeah, he actually can. What? So after bishop takes, king takes here, king g6. She's actually fine? Damn, boy! Didn't expect this to happen. Takes here, here, king g6. Unbelievable. Fucking leave. Oh, sorry. I cannot cuss on YouTube. Yeah, what do we do? I'm so surprised that it didn't work. Let's play rook e3. Defending this, preparing queen d2 and rook e1. I think that's the plan. I think that's the plan. That's the plan. That's the plan. There was also an option for rook b1, but I feel like contesting the fully open file is more important than contesting a half open file. So, yeah. And rook e8 just challenges everything, kind of. Okay, drops back. Let's finish what we started. I don't think this was any beneficial to us from first glance. Obviously, I have no clue. Obviously, I have no clue. So he goes there, wow. So you have three attackers on the knights, but there are also three defenders on the knights. Let's get rid of one of those defenders, this knight, by going here. And after we go here, he will take, then we'll take. Then he goes away. And now there's actually nothing. That's funny. There's an endgame waiting for us there. What if we take here first? There's rook takes. Okay. Then we can go here, but after take, we have take, takes. Yeah, I don't see anything great for us. That's weird. That's really weird. 95, knight takes, rook takes, knight here, forcing us to make a decision. Rook takes, rook takes. And if you don't take, keep the rook here, then then he will take us. Some dilemma we're having here. If you take like this, does that help anything? No. Can also go here, by the way. Add another attacker. He has to almost play this, and then this knight is pinned. Hmm. I quite like that. I quite like that. It took me 2 minutes to come up with this, but we do finally have something to work with. Ay, 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 ay. So, yeah, he's collapsing. That's great. So we have one, two, three, four attackers, and one, two, three defenders. But this is a very bad way of playing chess. We have to calculate. We take with the bishop. What does he have? He's kind of forced to take, right? Otherwise he loses a piece. Takes. Yeah, I think we can do it. If you take with the rook first, takes. Okay, never. You know what? Whatever. Not the way you should play. This whatever mentality, but we win a piece, right? And Ankika did not uh, perform well under the pressure. Takes there. We'll just take it back with the pawn. Otherwise, it is an equal trade. Getting away from here, that's gonna be very unfortunate for us. And this is often what happens when you put a lot of pressure on your opponent. It's often also a good reason to attack your opponent, you know, even though you might be a lower rated player. If you have a good attack, um, you might get something for it in return. So after takes, we're simply up a piece and we are winning the game. With ease, because the rook is already on e7. That's the most important part. We have an active rook, so we do have more pieces, and the pieces that we have are fulfilling a function. They're doing something. You know, you might have 100 employees in your company, but if they're ain't doing shit, they ain't worth shit. Okay, let's take. And he moves away. Let's force the queen trades, as with queens off the boards, you have a much easier time converting this. Goes there. Yeah, that's a good move, because now my rook is not so active. Yeah. Way to take me back on my word. Way to take me back on my word. This is a much better variation for him, because my rook now has to move away. I still want to occupy the open file. I'm going to bring my king closer to the center and see how things go from there. We have to, again, create a plan. First, it was very easy with the knight on e7 and king here to just snoop up some pawns, but now we actually have to think. And thinking takes time, and what takes time will lead me to time trouble. All right, King F1, defending the rook for now. Goes there. Now, where does this knight belong? Where does this knight function well? Well, I'm thinking somewhere like this. He can't stop it with this. That's why we're gonna play a4, a5. Perhaps. Perhaps. Let's start with this. Gonna play this to stop me from ever going anywhere. Exactly. And now we can go with the pawn. This is now not attackable. And we're just slowly playing this. Okay, he stops it. Let's move the rook up. Give some space for the king. Give some space for the ding. Ooh, that's actually a good move. Yeah, I totally missed this as well. All right, let's go here. We sacrifice the pawn, but we get this. And we sacrifice this one as well. Yeah, I don't think I'm playing this to the T, but yeah, we're not playing this well at all, honestly. Okay, we are threatening something. So let's not give up. Let's not lose composure. Okay, he goes there. Let's take, forcing the king back. And now we do have a good position. A slightly good position. If you here, I like this actually. Here, if takes, I push. If he goes back, I have this. We sacrifice the knight. We sack the knight. We made this whole game a bit more to, you know, such bad technique. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. He takes. Let's go here. Stops it. Let's give it check. Now we go like here. Takes. And now we just bring the king to stop these pawns. We just have to stop these pawns and then we are winning. Hopefully, we are winning. Okay, we have to be careful here. I want to go after this pawn because if he pushes here, I can stop it like this. All right. If we go here, this is actually a bit harder to take, I think. Yeah. And I'm in the square, so nothing to fear. Here, and I stopped it. I stopped the whole thing. Stopped the whole freaking train. And opponent resigns. Yeah, I'm thinking if I went here, I think maybe the conversion would have been a lot harder. Well, actually, this also stopped. If I could even go here, and if he pushes, I take, and this is stuck. Okay, it didn't matter. It didn't matter. What mattered was that I was sure that this was also good. That what I played was good. That's what mattered. All right, let's analyze the game. 1741, we're getting quite to a decent rating. E4, E6, knight F3, D5, the French defense, and C3. Our opponent played A6, which is not a bad move, I think. It's not a bad move. What is a bad move is E takes D5. Well, it's not the worst. But what we do now do is give the French bishop on C8 some life. And that's why I really was not happy with my play. Instead, a positional move like d4 was just best. And after c5, now we take. And apparently now it's okay to take. Okay, because we take here. And then we take here. Aha. Ah, yes. Okay, so By playing d4, you have a potential of opening up the queen if he plays c5. So he won't play c5 and play something like knight f6. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like e5 is a decent move here, and bishop g5, but that's just because I want to go into some theoretic line. Takes, takes, bishop d3, castles, and I thought there might be some trouble doing like this, but we need to set it up probably. And if he isn't being accurate here, let's say he plays a slow move, I think we have a bishop sack, and this is just mates, you know? h6? What? And in this case, you have to play queen d2, setting up this b7. Now we give this check. Rook h3, my friends. Why? Why? Oh wait, there's no haste? I don't know. I see this. Oh, 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 oh. This was the whole point of Rook h3. Oh, I have no words for this. Hmm. So we went into a little bit of a decoy line. Let's see where we made any mistakes. Takes, takes. Very happy with this. Because the whole problem with the two knights in the French is that you cannot play c3, which you often want to do to stabilize this pawn chain. And I don't have any stability until here. And now I do have a lot of stability with these two pawns. That's why the position is now worse for black, I guess, because he does still have this instability because the knight is on c6. So we continue playing, we continue playing, we add the pressure on the knight on e7. And after here, we went queen e2 after a long think, but it was the best move. So the think was definitely worth it. And here we simply take. I think best was maybe to play king f8 in my calculation. Because now if we take here, the trade is super equal. Nothing going on. Everything is just fine. But apparently, after this, you cannot take with the knight because the bishop is pinning it. So you have to retake. And now there's 95, or 95 immediately was also fine. And after takes, takes. This pin is so annoying that, you cannot defend it again. And we attack it with all our might, all our pieces. It's also losing. I didn't know. So apparently it was already losing to begin with. We just simply trade down and very props to our opponent in finding this variation instead of the other, not trading queens. If he had taken here immediately, our job would have been super easy here. Rook c8, but look at this activity of the rook. It's all looking to shambles and okay. You know, it's not, he's not gonna break out. In this variation, so this variation is really good for whites, but this variation is a lot less worse. As the king gets some activity, the rook has to move back. We have to find a plan, and we almost are not able to find that. Here we lose the pawn. c4, best move. Pushing the pawn, creating new targets. I was not sure if this was winning to begin with, until this moment where I see, okay, d6, d7, and it's unstoppable. But if not for this move, we would have been in deep dire trouble. So yeah, I was very happy to find that and to be able to stop these two pawns. If these pawns were, let's say, a lot more to the front, then we would have been in deep trouble here, as we cannot stop both. Then we would actually be the one losing. But if our king were to be, on this square, and then we would be on time. So it's really a very small margin of error we can make here. If the pawns were a lot further, we would have had a lot more trouble. So yeah, that was the game. Thank you guys for watching. See you guys next time.